Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Royal Dark Knight's Haven. And today I'm gonna talk to you guys about the role of the shield and on the fourth boss phase on Iron Horse raid. So let's quickly get into the build that I will be running. So the build that I will be running for this is as follows. I'm running a Ravenous, and I'm also running the Dark Winter. The reason for running Dark Winter is nothing in specific, I just love to run an SMG with it, but the reason for running Ravenous is something that I'm gonna explain later in the video. Well, first and foremost, the mask that I'm using is a Foundry mask, though I would love to find a better one eventually, but this is the mask that I'll be using. It's maxed out on armor regen because I need as much as armor regen as I can develop. And my backpack is also Foundry, still maxed out armor regen on it. My chest piece though is the point guard. The reason for running a point guard chest piece is just for the talent, because deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and also grants 50% of my armor as bonus armor to all my allies for 20 seconds. It is the best thing to have. So my gloves are also Foundry, running Foundry gloves with max armor regen on it, as you can just see. My holster though, on the other hand, I've changed my holster, and now I'm using it for the reason of the 50% shield health. The Forge gives me 50% shield health now, so that's a very big improvement, so I'm just going to stick with it. So that's the reason I'm using Forge. And my knee pads are the Emporium or the Emperor Guards knee pads from Mukurami Industries. The reason that I'm using these is just for the 1% armor regen that you can find over there. I was kind of inclined to use a 4-piece Foundry because of the 4-piece bonus that there is. Like whenever you or your shield takes damage, 20% of that amount is repaired to both over 15 seconds. But after giving it a thought, I just thought it's better to run more on the shield health because I'll be tanking most of the time. So that's the reason I run it. I'm running a decoy currently, but I would preferably run a hive. It's not for me, but it's gonna be easier to revive my teammates if I run a hive. A hive is gonna be useful to my teammates rather than me. And the shield that I'm running is the Bulwark, and as you can check my health on it, it's nearly 16 million, so that's a big chunk of armor, I guess you can speak of. And combining it with my Vanguard talent, it's nice. And also my current armor is at 2 million, so 50% of my armor as bonus armor for my allies for my allies for 20 seconds is like 1 million armor. Imagine a all red DPS guy getting 1 million bonus armor on top of his armor for 20 seconds. It could be a game changer in crucial situations. So now let's get into it and go to the open area, and I'm gonna tell you as to why I'm running a Ravenous instead of running a Liberty as an exotic which repairs my shield. So first thing first, as soon as we come out, you're gonna have NPCs over there and everywhere in the middle, and the Chungus or the tank with the foam is gonna be around this part or there. He's a very crafty tank compared to all the tanks that we have come across. This particular tank likes to hide or take cover when need be, and he has his unlimited supply of foam as compared to, you know, the fire thrower or anything like that, the flamethrower. So you gotta destroy him as quick as you can. Grab the key, that's the job of the shield. To grab the key quick, come into here, there's gonna be a circle on the floor. So you gotta be waiting until the screen turns 100 and it starts beeping. Once it starts making a beeping noise, you just put the key in and it starts the main part. So it starts by destroying the turret over there on the top, and it's not destroy, but more like destroy the armor plating on top of it, enabling us to be able to do DPS on it. And just trying to destroy it with your own weapons is bullshit, if it comes to me. Unless you are running it on a PC build or you're having a high-end DPS oriented striker build, uh, then when everyone's running striker, you can just shoot these big chunks, and end up getting full maxed out uh, gear set bonus, and then use it on the train to destroy it, destroy the turrets in the first phase, but that's a very long shot. So first things first, I just put the key in. I'm gonna destroy the armor plating that's protecting the turret, so that the first one pops out. The NPCs on the left side come out from this door and this door alone. So if someone's over here, more like here, that would be great. And if you're running what do you say, an assault turret, that would be preferably placing it over on top of this train over here, or more over here if not. So that way the NPCs that are gonna come out, they're gonna not be able to run through straight away. They're gonna be staggered a bit, giving the guy enough time who's either covering himself over here or there or anywhere close by, having a sight on the door to do DPS, because there are going to be two guys over here doing DPS on the front. So it depends on them and the gameplay, and they need to be always keeping an eye on top of the train as well for the snipers that come out. And as we all know, these snipers are bloody powerful, and it's like they're running an SVD rather than a sniper rifle. But as you know, game's unfair, so game's unfair. And the rocket launchers needed to destroy all these things comes out from this door on the left side. For the left side segment, you gotta pick your rocket launcher, destroy the missile first, the red missile that pops out behind there. The train was on there. So destroy the missile first and then target your turrets. And once all them are them down, so you'll be good to go into the next phase. So for the right side, your rocket launcher guy is going to come on there, while the chungus of the big guy drops out from the train over here, that door that you can see. And your ads, the main ads, will always get from the right side of from this door. So if you have any skill that you can just place over this spot, or like over here like a turret or something, so that would be a good way to have some suppression. One of you guys can just stay over here and do DPS. If you are so interested, or more like a skill build guy, you can put your sniper turret or a mortar turret over here and fire the enemies over there, and also take care of your sniper stuff from there. So it's the same kind of a setup. Two guys on DPS would be there, and then one guy would be at the back with the DPS taking care of the rockets. He'll be just doing the same thing, destroying the rocket missile that's at the back over here. And at all that spot is right, so you will be there. You're gonna destroy that quick and then destroy the turret tops. During this phase, you will be faced with the big turret. So what happens is it turns each side periodically. Only it does a half turn, like starting from the center going to the left, and it does 3 turns. So that's like 1, 2 and 3. So first turn that happens towards the left, then the right, and it just carries on in that format. So you just gotta remember in your mind which side it's turning. During the first or the second phase, it's not that lethal, but in the third and fourth phases, if you get hit by it, you can nearly tell that you're gonna go down. You're not gonna survive the turret. On the first and the second phase, you might have a little bit of chance to survive with a bit of armor left, but its damage increases as the time goes on. say go destroy all of those turret tops with your rocket launchers, and as soon as that's done, everyone starts making their way to the center. The boss drops down from the middle over there on the top, and then you gotta stay away from her. Stay like here. That's the job of the shield. Here's when you play your most important role. So you stand as close as to the yellow line, but not climb on top over there. Otherwise, you'll get hit by the missiles. You just stay over here, and everyone lines up behind you. And you're not gonna deploy your shield pretty quick. You're gonna wait until the boss goes into the room, and then as soon as she touches the computer that you can see over there, that's when you're gonna deploy your shield. You're gonna wait it out until then. Then you're gonna deploy your shield. That's gonna protect you and the guys behind you from the turret that's gonna shoot straight in. So as soon as that phase is done, you all come out, and this is where the Ravenous comes in play. So what you're gonna do over here is, the boss is gonna shoot rocket launchers and EMP, and more like the demolitionist EMP or something like that, if I'm not wrong. So to stop her from doing that, you gotta do explosive damage on the boss by the time that ring completes 100%. So Ravenous is a beauty of a weapon for that case. What most people usually do is they throw a concussion grenade onto the boss as soon as she comes out, and the concussion grenade takes time to explode, and if your timing is off, you might not get it. Some people use the demolition specialization on it, the special ammo, but who knows how much ammo you're gonna have a stock of as the time goes on. So that's also a bit of risky phase. And then some people use the hive
inventory store
because
general,
wait a sec, I'll just show you guys.
inventory
The stinger hive. So what happens is, though it says applies bleed effect on targets, what it does is it applies more like an explosive damage, more than the bleed. So that's gonna stagger the boss from shooting her rockets, because if she shoots her rockets, let's say the boss comes out in 3 phases. The phase 3 is the phase 4 of the phase 3. There are 3 phases, and there are 4 total phases on the final boss. The first phase, you're not gonna have the boss come out, but on the second phase the boss comes out. That's the first boss phase. The first boss phase, if she launches a rocket, she's gonna only affect 1 guy on your team. But on the second phase, she's gonna affect 2 or 3 guys. And on the third phase, if you miss the thing, she's gonna take down at least 5 to 6 people down with a single launch of a rocket launcher or the EMP that she's gonna shoot. So who was doing the duty of staggering her with explosive damage has to be pretty on point, and also has to remember the fact that you can't do more damage on the boss. There's a limited segment of it. On the first boss phase, you can do maximum of 2 bars of damage, while the third bar is your safety bar that you're not gonna damage, and keep it protected until everything is ready for you so that you can go in and be ready. Otherwise your wipe mechanic will start, and then you won't be having any place to go and hide. So that's fucked up. And if you think your revival hive is gonna get you up, then you're mistaken, my friend. Once the wipe mechanic starts, the wipe mechanic wipes off even your revival hive, so you're not getting back up from that. So you gotta be careful about that. So 3 bars is the total amount of damage that is required to start the wipe phase. So you're only allowed to do 2 bars of damage in the first phase before the rockets are ready, before everyone's ready to go into the position under the train. So 2 bars then, and the third bar after your guys are ready, and then you go into the center and hide behind the shield, like the same thing. And then you come out again. The shield guy follows around the boss, because there is no other job that the shield guy can do except for proccing his vanguard from time to time as soon as it's available, giving his guys the armor required, and following the boss around, because you're not going to be helping with DPS. anyways. So that's the easiest job that you can do for the third phase. And once the third phase is done and you go into the corner over there and you come out, that's the fourth phase. And during the fourth phase, the tank cannot, when I say cannot, I mean very strongly, cannot follow the boss around anymore, because the tank has to go and collect the keys that the foam guys will drop, because the foam guys start coming out, and this is the final phase. You need 3 total keys to destroy the whole train. So first key is gonna come out from the right. You're gonna pick it up, go in there, get the turret working, and once the turret works, it's gonna destroy the whole train onto the left side. So no more turrets and machine guns working from the left. And then you're gonna come to the left side and get the key from the foam guy, and once you get the key from the foam guy there, you're gonna go in, put it in, that's gonna destroy the train on the right side. And then the final key is gonna come out again from the right side. The foam guy is gonna come from the right side, you destroy him, you take the key, you destroy the main train. So after that, as soon as the main train is done, you do DPS on the boss, take out all of her armor, and then the wipe mechanic starts, and then you go back into the center under the cave there, survive it, you come back out, you destroy her, pick up the rocket and just shoot the train, not anywhere but where the rocket is or the mini missile is. So during the final phase, at most what the tank can do is only do the wipe, not the wipe mechanic, explosive damage with the Ravenous once. After that, what my team usually does is the guy on heals or the medic on our team goes around with his Ravenous and starts doing the job that the shield was doing and stop preventing her from shooting. So that's the one thing that happens, or the one change that you have to be mindful about, because if she lets those rockets go through, then you might as well wipe. So because what happens is, when 6 guys are down, you might think like you have reviver hypes and everyone's gonna get back up. What you don't take into consideration would be the number of NPCs coming out from the stores, and the way they keep running out, they're gonna spam the whole space up, and you're gonna have shotgunners onto your ass so quick that as soon as you get up, you might be having a couple of shotgunners onto you with a medic with his SMG on. And the only best thing that you could do is roll jump around to survive, but depending on the worst case scenario, you might be even having snipers come out on the top. So yeah, make sure that you take care of the boss, prevent her from shooting, and that's how you're gonna deal with it. And this is what the role of the shield is during the whole phase. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be tagging along a video of the gameplay at the end. You can just find the link at the end for the gameplay, for my all the explanation that you have received from me. So hopefully see you again next time.